All right, hopefully everybody's on. If this is your first time hearing about the ECC 11 strategy and you're new to it and you're just now starting to learn it, I'm going to go through the steps to show you how to set it up. But if you're new, type new or type 1, something quick, so we can get started. And y'all excuse me, I've been kind of working all day. I need coffee, so I gotta have some coffee because it's like almost bedtime. Okay, let's see. We got 15 people on. Is that all that signed up? Jada, Hezekiah, Alexis. Okay, just 3 people. Okay, everybody else is familiar with it. Okay, well, this should be an easy class.
I'm not. I don't know how to type the thing. My bad.
All right. Let's see. I want that one. All right, so for those that don't know, Chantel, you can go ahead and start recording. This is, my name is Dr. Cathy Kirkland. I am a co-pastor here in Killeen, Texas. This is your first time, Elijah. Elijah! All right, well, you need to get it. You got to get it. I know your mom. I have a group of college kids along with middle school students, along with some adults on this call because it is spring break here in Texas. And so this is normally what I do during spring break and show them how to trade. So I do reside here in Texas. I'm a co-pastor of a church, Temple of Faith. Been co-pastoring for about 10 years now and evangelizing for over 25 years. I first started trading foreign currency about 4 years ago. I was introduced to it by a good friend of mine, Dr. Jewel Tinker. And she called me and told me she had run into her friend, Lawrence Young. And she was flying into Dallas for me to meet her there. And we were going to talk with Christopher Terry, and he was going to show us how to trade and how we can make money while we're learning how to trade. But what I didn't want my friend to know was that I was broke. I used to be a real estate agent, and I sold properties, had my own property management company, First Impressions Properties. And when in 2008, when the real estate market crashed, my whole world crashed right along with it, as well as my 401k. So I needed something that was recession proof. This method that I'm going to show you tonight is one of the most simplest methods that you could use that's tied to iMarkets Live. It's one of the most simplest methods. You can make money simply over with the red line crossing the blue line. And if you want to get more than 10 pips, you can look to the left, find the green line for the next high or the next low, and it'll tell you exactly where the market is going to go. I was able to increase my income, take care of my house, my church, my children, build legacies, my grandchildren, and pay off some things, purchase property, lands, and it's even given me part ownership into an oil company. So with this strategy, I'm going to show you tonight on how to do it. So it's called the ECC 11 strategy. The reason why it's called that is because when I found out that this was not a scam, that this was a God-written skill set, in Ecclesiastes 11:1, the Good News Translation states that it is good to enter into foreign trade because you never know what bad luck this world is going to give you. And you need a minimum of 7 streams of income in order to survive. And when I found that, I was sold out. And so when this strategy right here, the Ichimoku Cloud, helped me earn more than 7 to 8 figures in a matter of 8 months, I stuck with it. And I have never used anything other than that because it works. So for everybody to have your web analyzer pulled up, if you got your web analyzer with you, let me know. So I want you to pull it up. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, if my middle school kids, high school kids, and of course college kids can do it, we can get it. Okay, Raven, you got yours. Morgan, this is your first time. Excellent. Bridget, this is your second time. Okay, good. I love participation. Okay, so once you pull it up, let me get a pen so that y'all can follow me. Once you pull it up, look into your far left-hand corner. You'll see strategies right down at the bottom where I'm drawing. You see strategies. Right below that, right next to it, click on this box right here, and it should pull up this box. Okay, you got to do the first step. Your first step is to sign in. This is the second step. Okay, so the web analyzer is up for you, Bridget? Okay, so go to the bottom left corner where I have this cursor and I drew that white line. Do you see it at the bottom left where it says strategy? It says, if this is your first time, please click here the first time. Okay, go ahead and click it. It may be trying to show you some videos. How do you get to the web analyzer? Good question. You go here. Click on that. Okay, you ready? Okay. That's where you go and sign in at. And when you go sign in, you use your same username and password that you had from your iMarkets Live account. Okay, so once you go down here where strategy is, right next to it, click on that, and then this box should pop up. Did everybody's box pop up? Because I won't leave nobody behind, so I can show y'all exactly how to trade this. Okay, ready. So, okay, good. All right, then you go to this drop box here. You click down, you scroll down until you see ECC 11 strategy. Click on that. Down here where it says turn cha-ching on and off, make sure it's on. You can keep the dark mode and hide the details. You can keep that on. And then whatever language, you can click English. And then once you do that, go up here and click Save Settings and Reload. When you do that, the cloud should pop up. You should see the cloud. You should see the cloud, green line, red line, and blue line. And I'm going to show you how to thicken your lines up so that you can see it. Okay, now right in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see where it says Ichimoku. Go further over, closer to the right, click on this button that I have highlighted. It says Settings. Click on that. Then Inputs should pull up. Go to Inputs. Make sure you take a picture of this on the screen because this is going to be your settings. This is the scalping setting that I put in here, and EUR AUD is a buy. Okay, once you clicked on that, your conversion line, change that to 6. Your baseline, change it to 13. Your lagging span, change it to 26. And for displacement, change it to 13. Once you put that in there, go to defaults, click Save Default Settings, then go to Style. Take a picture of this. Your conversion line, it'll be blue on your screen, change it to red. Then your baseline, change that to blue. And then your lagging span and everything else, leave that the same. Click on your conversion line after you change it to red. Go down to the lower right-hand corner, enlarge your red line. Go over to defaults, click Save as Default. Then click on your baseline. Enlarge your baseline the same way. Click on Save as Default, and then click OK. And your red, blue, and green line should be highlighted like that. I wanted you to thicken it out so that you can see it. Okay? Now, the way this works, this scalping setting works good on the 15-minute chart. Right now, the best times, Shante, if you could type this in, the best times to use this is on during the London session from midnight to 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Your green line is thin. Go back to settings. Shante, if you can put the times in to best use it. Go to the lagging span. And then the New York session. And then, increase it. So the best time to use it is from midnight to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time during the London session and the New York session up until 3 p.m. Now, it still works during the Asian session. It just takes a little longer for it to hit JFrog. Okay, so right over here, it will give you an alert when it comes in. It'll show up red, and you make sure these are some of the things that you make sure you check. It'll say sale. It'll tell you what pair and what time frame. Always look down here to see when the last time it was called. This was called 27 minutes ago. And look at your entry price. This is the entry price that it's telling you to sell it on. And this is for foreign exchange, Forex, for just, Forex currency. What if they don't have anything over there? Hit refresh. Hit refresh. Now, down here at the bottom, do you see trading? I'm going to show you how you can switch it up. Down here at the bottom where the cursor is pointed, your bottom left, you'll see trading. If you click on this, this says Forex alerts. This will give you the alerts for Forex. It won't give you all the alerts of everything unless you click on that so that you'll know. If not, it'll be going off every 2 seconds. So right next to it, for those that like to trade cryptocurrency, you click on this, the next one, and it'll switch over to crypto. You can click on one of these that are just called, and then it'll automatically pull up that time frame. This called the sale 5 minutes ago. On the 5-minute chart, you can get anywhere from 3 to 5 pips. Some have told me today that they've been getting 10 pips out of it. But the 15-minute chart is the only thing that I guarantee for 3 to 5 pips. I mean, for 10 pips, I'm sorry, for 10 pips. So if you want to switch to crypto, you'll click on the next one that's below it, hit refresh, and then the cryptocurrency will pull up. What login information do I use to get into the Web Analyzer? Your username and password for IML. Are you already an active member, Hezekiah? Okay, I'll wait for you. Now, for those that like to trade US 30, GER 30, the S&P 500. No, that's the problem. Okay. Who invited you on the call? You might want to get with them so that you can get signed up, or you probably have to, if you're a part of IML, you have to add it. If not, then we have to get you signed up. But you can still stay on the call because I want you to see how easy it is to trade. Okay. Because when I first got started, everything looks complicated, and I didn't want to, it scared me away from the charts because I didn't think I could do it. Now they have me teaching the advanced Forex. I can teach the advanced part now. Been doing that for over a year. Okay, so next to it, for those that like to trade a US 30 or the S&P 500 and things like that, last week our team caught over 6,000 pips, combining that along with the regular Forex pairs. So when I say pips, I'm really talking about pips can be money. So it depends on what lot size you use. That could be anywhere from $60 to $600, $6,000, or $600,000, depending on your lot size. But that's a whole nother class. So you click on that, and you see that this called a sale on US 30 about a minute ago on a 5-minute chart. On the stocks, I always use the 5-minute chart because US 30, S&P 500 can move anywhere from 10 to 1,000 pips at one time. It moves real fast. So see here on the 5-minute chart, it was called an hour and a minute ago, which it is slowed down, so I wouldn't get in it now. Anytime that you see this on the charts, that's consolidation. So I wouldn't trade during when it's all jumbled up like that. Okay. Now right next to it is like precious metals. So you can trade gold, silver, and it'll call the signals on that. Okay, so there was a potential buy on silver about 30 minutes ago on the 5-minute chart. And you see that it's growing up. Now, let me show you exactly how this is done. When your red line crosses above your blue line, you can get in for a buy. That's an indication of a strong buy. When the red is above the blue, you can get in for 10 pips. Now, I get the question all the time asking, do it have to be below the cloud or above the cloud? The answer is no. As long as, you know, they're crossed. And Stephen Hooley, who coded this for me, when the alarm goes off, it'll go off, then you know it's getting ready to go into that direction. But you can still wait and confirm it. It just helps you with no drawdowns. And the most pullbacks that I've seen with it is 10 to 12 pips. And somebody else confirmed that earlier today. 10 to 12 pips for them. And it just depends on if you go through and you check everything. So when the red line is above the blue line, it's a buy. If the red line crosses below the blue line, it's a sell. Right. And so it don't matter wherever the cloud is. It's not with the way that we got it set up. That's why I had you to change the settings. You're welcome. That's why I had to had the settings changed so that you can see a more clearer shot. So if the red crosses above the blue, whether it crosses in the cloud or not, right here, you can get in for a buy. This called a buy like 5 minutes ago, and it probably just picked up a couple of those pips right there, but you see how far up it went. If it crosses below, like over here, where it crossed below, then that's a sell. You can get in for 10 pips. Well, on the 5-minute chart, 3 to 5 pips. On a 15-minute chart, 10 pips, or or to your next high. Okay, so everybody got that? Red over blue, buy. Red under blue, sell. Okay, Bridget got it. Who else? I need to know everybody got it before we move on. Okay, Raven, Alexis, Elijah, okay. All right. Okay, now, this is another thing that you write down. You do not have to wait until that crosses. It's letting you know that it's getting in there because some people are at work, and then when they hear the cha-ching sound, they'll just look at it and they see that it's calling a buy on silver. They'll go ahead and get into the buy, and then it'll go up. Hey, Giovanni, what you doing on here? You got your baby on? Now, Giovanni, you're a college student? Okay. Oh, he's flying now. Yeah, she had her son in all the trainings this past year, and I love it. He's a teenager, and he's been doing really good with this. Okay, so when they call it, the way that it's set up, and Stephen Hooley, the owner of the Web Analyzer, coded it for me, and he's getting ready to try to put this to where it'll do even better. I can't put it out right now, but anyway, we're working on something else that will give you even stronger confirmation for those that doubt it. But it's like I said, it's one of the simplest strategies that we have on the Web Analyzer right now. Regardless of what worked in the past, didn't work in the past, we have had great success off of this right here. And then the more you look at it, the more you'll get it. Okay, so if the alarm goes off, you can go ahead and get in the trade for whatever it costs. But if you want to be safe until you get familiar with it, wait until that red or that blue line cross. Okay, everybody got that? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, now for an example, if the red and the blue line cross and you want to get more than 10 pips, which I always use the 15-minute, you can do the hour too. You minimize this to find your next high. So let me go back real quick. I'm going to show you how to find your next high if you want to do more than 10 pips. Now, if you're red and your blue line cross, you got in for 10, and this looks like it's still going to be going up. Now, for those that don't know, and I think I'm only really telling this class, your green line creates the cloud in the future based off of what it did in the past. Now, if you want to know what it's doing, it's moving this current candle. But if you want to know the next high, you'll look to the left of this green line. Everybody say left of the green line. Raven, you're going to be my star student. Ivana, Elijah, I've just been call your name. Hezekiah. Okay, left of the green line. If it's going up, if it's pointed up, you look to the left of your green line above your price line, all the way over till you find the green line again. Now, if you're on a 5-minute chart and you don't see your next high on there, then you go up to the next higher time frame. Minimize it to find your next high. Let me erase that. Minimize it to find your next high. This is on the 15-minute chart. So if this is going up and I'm looking to the left of my green line, always look for clear shots. This tells me this is my next line. So the way that I teach my kids at school and during the breaks, the way that I teach them is when they look to the left of the green line to see the next high, if they want to get more than 10 pips, they will trace it over to here. They will mark it. Then they will take a clear piece of paper. They will trace it down. And they'll trace it back up, down, back up, a little dip there, and so on and so forth until the next high. If that candle is still moving, which you have 5 minutes left on that candle, and you know that it's going to come up to here, it's going to come down, it's going to go back up, it's going to come back down, it's going to go back up, and then it's going to, hold on 1 second, let me move it over some. Oh shoot, I messed up my whole screen. Hold on. All it does, they don't change the algorithms every other few minutes. You put it on that current candle because price isn't over here. You don't see any candles over here, right? So you start drawing from there. You know that it's gonna come up, then it's gonna come back down, then it's gonna go up, going down, it's gonna do this. All it does, even though that's a little higher, all it does is you have to look to the left in order to know where it's going in the future, to the right. So basically, you got to look to the past in order to see where the market is going in the future. And you can make a whole lot of money off of it. And this is how I trade it. This is how I made this money. Yes, it's really just a pattern. It repeats the same pattern over and over again. It repeats the same pattern over and over again. See? And Elijah, how old are you? 18. Told you these kids get it. How old is your little brother? I thought you was a little brother though. Make sure you show your little brother and your mom and your sister. Okay, so it's really just that simple. You're the middle child. Okay, I know your older brother. Okay, and you see right here, candles are not over here. Now you see this is going into a buy. Your red line and blue line, your red line is just now peeping out of the blue line. How long do you make? So would you do a smaller lot size if you're going to stay in that long? Yeah, make sure you use proper risk management. You do 3 to 1% of your account based off the balance that's in your account. But if you're going to stay in there longer, just make sure you use a decent lot size in case it pulls back. And until you learn how to measure the pullbacks, then I would just do a smaller lot size. But just starting out, if this is your first time, you wait until this alarm goes off. And the time that we're on now is really not going to go off that much. You wait till that goes off. It'll tell you when to buy and when to sell. And then you get in it. If you want to be safe and wait, you wait till that blue or red line crosses. And once it crosses, then you can get in for 10 pips. Always check your entry. This is, what is that? This is gold. Always check your entry. And it says your entry is 1301. And it called a buy about 5 hours ago on the 15-minute chart. And 1301 is where they got in at. They got in right here. And you see, okay, let me mark this because I want to show you something. Got in about 1301 right in here. So I marked it. Now I'm going to enlarge it. This is why I say it's pretty accurate. Do you see where the red lines start crossing above the blue? Do y'all see that? And that's all it is to trading this. I am so serious. That's it. And Yvonne knows us because she trades with us and everything, and she knows firsthand how simple and how easy this is, and that it actually works. So, did anybody got any questions? And maybe I can answer. Okay, you want to unmute? Okay.
Hey, Dr. Cathy, how you doing?
I'm drinking this coffee now and it got hot. I'm about to put the thing on. So is this good for everybody? Is this helping? And this
Dr.
works
Cathy,
on
can you hear me?
any pair,
That's Kathy.
any time frame, but it's best used on the 15-minute time frame.
She may be muted. Hold on one second. Well, not
You
muted.
can trade and make a lot of money by watching the red line crossing the blue line. It do not have to be above or below the cloud. It could be in the cloud just as long as it crosses. I can't hear you. Oh, wait, let me unmute. Sorry, y'all. I have my speaker muted. Sorry, that's me.
Hey, Dr. Cathy, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. I can't see the right part of the screen because your picture's there. So when you was saying something about drawing the chart up. We couldn't see where you was drawing the chart up on the right-hand side.
What, you see my picture there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is it out of the way now?
No.
Oh, I got that on the left side of the screen. Okay, hold on.
At the top of your screen, click your view options and put fit to window. That's why you can't see all of it.
Can you see that? Is that better? If you got on two devices, you'll have to cut one of them off. Okay, Peaches, can you see it now?
Okay.
I can see it now.
Okay, so you're looking, now where are we at? Where do you need? The strategy down here, where to pick the strategy, or over here? Then drag who to the bottom? I got it on my side. I dragged her over to another screen.
Okay, I got it. We can see I can see the full screen now.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you were
Yeah, it's
drawing,
not
when
yours.
you
It
was
wasn't
marking
yours,
up the
Dr.
chart, we couldn't see, my husband couldn't see what you was drawing when you was trying to tell him how you're counting them, I guess, the pips.
Oh, if you want to go higher
Right.
on the next level, okay. Okay, so what I did was, if you got two of them on, you got to mute one of your devices. Okay, so what I said was, this is going up into a buy, right? And if you want to see your next high, if you want to do more than 10 pips, you will look left of this green line to see how high. And then you would trace it all the way over till you found the next high of the green line, which is right here. And then you would start tracing up. You see, that's your next point. Let me change that to white so you can see it. You will go up, seeing that that's your next point. Then you will come over here, mark it. That's your next high. And then you know that's where it's going to go before it pulls back to 1308.56. Now, like I was saying, if you're brand new, and the safest way to trade is to wait for this alarm to go off. When it goes off, check your entry. You want to be safe. Like I just marked this up here to show you when they called it at 1301.29. This is at 1301.27 when it was where I marked it at. You see where that blue line, the red line crossed above the blue? You could have got in for the buy. Matter of fact, still a buy. You can buy it now for 10 pips. Those that trade, you can buy it now for 10 pips. Okay, did that help?
Hey, Dr. Kirkland, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
This is Ravon. So thank you so far. Information has been pretty good. So two questions. One, how are you getting your alerts? Is there like an app, or do you like for when you're on the go, right? I'm sure you don't stay at your computer all day. Do you like do you basically go to the Web Analyzer website on your phone and then keep it open so that way you can hear the cha-ching, or is there an app? How do you keep up with alerts?
Yes, there is a Web Analyzer Telegram that you can download to where it pop up on your phone.
Yep, I'm a part of that.
You're part of that?
I'm a part of it. So it'll say something like power trades, and so I didn't know if that's necessarily telling me that this is for the EC11 or if this is for some other strategy.
No, that'll be coming soon.
Okay.
To where it'll give you an alert to say EC11.
Got you. So right now it's just giving you an alert for anything that pops up on the web scanner.
Now, when you go in here to click on it, you can also click Save for Mobile and Safari Desktop, but I believe you will have to keep it open in order to.
Right. You would. So how are you doing it by your phone, or you're just not? You just kind of keep your computer open and and keep the volume up, I guess.
To be honest, I don't trade every day.
Gotcha.
When I get on here to teach or train my
Mhm.
team or call signals for them, that's the only time I trade.
Gotcha.
Really, and then by myself to trade for my account, I usually do it on Friday mornings during the New York session because I don't have to answer any questions.
Got you. So at that point, the computer's open, you're looking at it, you'll hear it go off, and you just go from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second question was, I saw some of your, some of your past trainings, and you talked about the second candle, which I think somebody else mentioned here. You said that if you hear the cha-ching or you see exactly when it crossed, like we just saw on gold here, which is looking like it's a sell temporarily, but can you talk about the whole second candle theory there?
You don't have to with this one, not with the web analyzer.
Okay.
If you're analyzing it on your own and you're not comfortable, you get in on the second candle after the red line crosses above the blue or below the blue. You
Right.
get on the second candle for that. But with the web analyzer, when it calls it, you don't have to wait for the second candle.
Gotcha. Okay, got you. So if you were just looking at if you're just like doing trading view or something like that,
if you're doing it on your own.
Gotcha.
Then you
Gotcha. But if you got the web analyzer, just listen for the cha-ching, or just when you see it cross, get in and do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Cathy, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so when the sound goes off and it says buy, with the next candle that comes up as a sell, do we then wait for the next candle that's supposed to be a buy, or are we just get in with the retracement and wait for it to come back up?
You have a choice. If you don't want to do the retracement, then you wait for that candle to finish and then get in on the next one. Because even though it shows red when it goes off, that candle has to do something for 15 minutes. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. And it's really going to require you to have some patience for it in order to get it. But the more that you look at it and see it, then you can. And like I said, so far for me and a couple of other people, the most that they had in the pullback is 10 to 12 pips, but 10 to 12 pips could be a lot of money for you.
Okay, another question, sorry. With the web analyzer, with someone who's just starting to trade, are there certain pairs you would say just for me to look at, only do these certain pairs for right now or something like that?
I would start with just the Forex pairs. Because gold and crypto and the indices, they're very volatile, and they can blow your account in a matter of seconds. So I would start with the regular Forex pairs. Did that help?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Any other questions? Oh, let me give you a disclaimer too. Since some of y'all are traders on here, I got to give a disclaimer. Past results do not guarantee future results. Trading foreign currency can be risky. Now, whatever money you put into your broker's account, you need to consider it already gone. That's called risk capital. Do not risk your rent, your mortgage, your car note, your electric money, your gas money, your children's money, your husband's money, or your wife's money. Don't put nothing in the market that you're not really willing to lose. The whole point is to get your money to work for you, and you no longer work for it. But when I found out that we were in this man-made company with this guy written skill set. Now I'm not saying that it's for everybody, but it's a good start, and it's worked really well with me. Any other questions?
Yep, this is Ravon again. So you said that you typically do the 15, or do you do all time frames? Is there anything that you typically say, hey, when I first started, I always just did the 15, and that pretty much was good for beginners, or it doesn't matter?
When I first started, that's all I did was a 15-minute, and I couldn't afford to do nothing else but 10 pips because I only had $40 in my broker's account. and
Gotcha.
I didn't have any patience.
Gotcha.
But now I do. But I'm a better swing trader than a scalper.
Right. And would you say there's any indicators that you would say, hey, you know what, I should get out of this one? I know you should always look for news, right? Because news could affect the trade.
Yes.
But like, for instance, I'm looking at this gold right now, the XAG USD, and they called for a buy on the 5 minute. I guess I'm looking at the wrong time frame, but I'm seeing that long red candle, even though it should be in a buy, and I'm like, you know,
what are you looking at?
XAG USD.
So you're looking at silver.
And they had the red over the blue.
Okay, that was called about 5 hours ago.
Well, on mine, I see it says the M5 was called.
Oh, on 5 minutes?
Yeah, 11 minutes ago.
Okay, there you go. Okay. And you see
Okay.
where, okay.
Yeah, you know, I was looking at the wrong time frame. I see there's like some blue popping up now.
The red is starting to go up now.
Yeah, so it's just like you said, I guess taking your time and just being patient.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Anybody else?
Yes, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hi, this is Bridget. Okay, I have a question as far as whenever a alert pops up, do you manually type in the pair at the top, like how we do with regular TradingView? Do you click?
No, you go over here to the left in the green or the red box, and you click on it. Let me scroll down to get another one up. You just click on that pair right here where my cursor is.
Okay.
Click on it, and it'll automatically go to it.
Okay, so you have to hover over the pair.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Or you can type it in if you want, but quicker, just
Yes.
click on
Okay, thanks.
it. How do you draw the lowest low? Okay, for an example, just say this right here is the low. This candle is pointed down. I will look to my immediate left, below my price line. Always look for clear shots. This tell me this is my next low. Then I will get in it from right here. And same thing, I will start drawing from this candle and going down. Now that's an example, even though that wasn't the case here, but you do it the same way. Shante, if you see one that has a low on it, let me know, and then I'll pull that pair up, and then we can look at it. Anybody else while I'm waiting on her to give me that? UJ. Okay, let's look at UJ. USD JPY. Okay. Now, like right here, UJ is going into a sell. This is pointed down. Of course, your candle is pointed down. You want to know what your next low is? You draw from your green line over here to your next lowest point, and it tells you this is going to be your next low, and then it's going to pull back up. It's going to come down. Now, if that goes past this point right here, then your next low is going to be over here based off the green line. And then it's going to come down to here. And then that will be your take profit. That makes sense?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so what does that mean? The lowest low? Like, why is that important?
That's so that you know when it's going into a sell, because you see your red line cross below your blue line. If you wanted more than 10 pips, you would look to your next low to find out where the market is going. Same thing like the buy we just did.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so what does each color mean? Because it's like 3 or 4 colors on there. What does each line, or does it all mean the same thing? They're just like, what does it mean?
Your red line is called the Tinkinson. That's considered to be your signal line. Your blue line is called the Kinderson, and that's considered to be your stop loss. Your green line is called the Chiku span, which I call the money line because it tells you the next high and the next low based off of where it's been. Now you can change the colors to be whatever color you want it to be, but I keep mine on the original settings, the original colors, I'm sorry. Your red candles indicate a sell, your green candles indicate a buy. And of course, you can still change those around as well. That makes sense, Elijah?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else got any more questions? Peaches, did that help? Is everybody good to go? What's the name of the red line again? The Tinkinson. So everybody should be able to make some money tonight in the new the London session. Good, good. Well, I look forward to hearing your stories. You don't know. What's your other questions, Elijah?
Okay, so if let's say I was just get on, I'm ready to start trading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know you have to have money in your account or whatever, I assume. And so I just click on one and then it just does the work for me. Like
Now you will have to put the trade in, but it'll tell you what it's doing. It'll tell you if it's buying or selling. So you have to go to your MetaTrader 4, and all of that will be in your back office during the basics, because you have to know how to hit buy and sell and put your pips in, and which your mom can show you that. Once this alarm goes off, this tells me that this is a buy. Well, we're on USDJPY, but that's a sell. So then I will go to my MetaTrader 4, and I will put in a sell for the 10 pips from the wherever the entry is for your take profit. And once it hits that number, it'll automatically close you out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions before I get off? It's really that simple, guys. It really is. Awesome, awesome. Ms. Peaches, did I cover everything that you needed? All right, awesome. If you ever have any more questions, just shoot me a quick text. I
have one question.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So when you hear the first ching ching, you just get it.
I do. But if you're not comfortable, wait till you see that red line cross the blue line. Because like we said earlier, it's showing you where it's getting ready to cross. So this was done maybe 18 minutes ago. And the entry price was $1542.72. So let's scroll down to $1542.72. That was over in here somewhere. That was way down there. Oh no, I'm way wrong. Okay, 1547. Okay, 46. Okay, that's calling it every 5 minutes. So, but like right here when it went off, it should have went off around here at 1544. Let's look over here. You got 1545, 1543. So let's look at 1543 because it's going off every few minutes. 1543. 15437 is right here. Right there. You see that? 15437. And you see where the red line is starting to peep out of the blue line. Right there. You see that, Peaches? So if you got in when it cha-chinged, then you would have been in for the buy to get it for the 10 pips. That's just how I love it. It saves a whole lot of time. And really the cloud means one look. The more that you practice this with this, then by the time you get on to start doing your own analysis, it'll become a lot easier. A lot easier. All right, guys, I have another webinar I've got to jump on real quick before they close it out. But if you have any questions, and for those that got on because Peaches, just get back with her. And if y'all need me to do another one, then just let me know. And Yvonne, tell my baby I said hi. And I'm on IML TV every morning at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, Dr. Cathy.
Hey, girl, what you doing on here?
Miss Sheila, my granddaughter, I signed her up, Jada Craig.
Oh, Jada.
You know, we got to teach
Daughter
her.
up and you hopped on?
No, I was just standing here. She was finishing up. She lives with me. I was just standing here. She was finishing up.
Good.
So I'm just saying hello.
Did she get it?
Yeah.
Good. Help your grandma,
Okay.
because she's ready to retire again. Okay, Miss Sheila, you know how to get a hold of me if you need any more questions asked or anything
Yes,
like that.
ma'am. All right.
All right, you guys have a good night, and thank you so much for jumping on.
Thank you, Dr. K.
You're welcome. All right, bye-bye.